Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our trading room, Friday morning trading room. Hooray. At least I get Mondays and Fridays right on my dates. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Okay, so hold on here a second. Yesterday, as we take a look at the daily chart, looks much more impressive than it was. Much of this rally actually came pre-market, at least half of it, and the market continued higher for, well, I guess a little bit more than opening range, and then settled in, making a bit of a sideways trading range, which is not at all unusual to see after a big rally. What's significant is we have had a breakout from this trading range. So now that we've had the breakout, we should anticipate somewhere through here to be a retest. May not be today, may not be Monday, but somewhere the market is going to retest this whole 7,800 zone. So that's the number to keep in mind. And when it does that, well, as it starts to head lower, we will have the market pinched on the top side. And then when it comes lower and retests, then we'll actually have it pinched on the short side as well. So the market working itself between the proverbial rock and a hard place. So once we get that kind of retest going on, it's either going to continue higher, in which case next stop looks to be, well, 8,000 or certainly 8,100, or it's going to head back inside this trading range and potentially head back down here toward the lows, maybe even test the bottom end. So should be interesting. Especially if it breaks lower. There's, wow, the upside potential is limitless, but the downside, you'll definitely see people scrambling. Here out of the open, we have our first in sync eagle signal. So we have a bearish trading band and a sell signal. That working out very nicely. A little hesitation along the way, but the market plotting lower. The non-farm payroll report, which came out right about here, an hour before the open, you can see all these bars through here exploded in less than a second or less than a minute. But overall, what did it tell us? Well, not much really. Just that the market, I guess the report did not fool the market in any respect. Well, it looks like we should be looking for a shorting opportunity. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a pullback. This number 3 signal looks like it was a nice signal to take. I'm not really a fan of just throwing an order below the breakout below the previous swing looking for a breakout, because that tends to lead to false breakouts. I much prefer to wait for a signal. But, well, there's a discretionary signal, but they just keep going. All right, let's try it. Let's see if they got anything in here. And you can see I'm trying to leave a semi-reasonable stop, taking it back toward the hard edge. These discretionary signals are helpful if you deem the market to be trending and you're looking for some place to get back into the market. And of course, as is often the case, when I do that sort of stuff, it seems they take their foot off the gas. Stinkers. Okay, here we go. Now, where's the next support zone? How well do we think it's trending? No, I better leave well enough alone. I'll take my profit on target if I can get it. All right, so I'm getting ready for the break even. Come on, one more bar. Okay, I'll bring my stops in a little bit here, closer to their original placement. 2 swings back is still the ideal, or you could trail to the hard edge. That's pretty safe as well. Well, I can't believe all this hesitation. Oops. Sorry, I was sitting on my mute button. I was saying this is the last chance for the sellers. If they can't get it together here, we're probably going to see the market rally. And if we break down below these lows, then there's a real possibility we'll retrace to 7,800. But right now it looks like the buyers, yeah, there they go. The buyers are a little bit stronger. Well, you know, the discretionary signals, like I said, they're there. They show you that the market conditions have been met, but you can see that they're not always going to work out as well, at least as the high probability signals might. Proper stop placement is important as well. Even though I shorted down here, realistically, the best stop is still above there. Not that I'm going to leave that much in play. I'm okay getting tagged out. I was wrong. You admit you were wrong and just get on with it. That's called trading. And look at that nice little rally up. Oh, thanks, Ray. Ray says the VWAP is at 78.68. So I guess we're in that zone. Let's see. Taking a little bit of a bounce here off of the median line. It's that gold line right through there. I don't typically reverse on my trades, but it looks like that might have been a good one. I would have recovered my loss. Okay, getting a little bit of a pushback again. We may be entering a rather broad sideways trading range. It is Friday. It's not unusual for a Friday to be like that. We have had a bit of a move lower, nothing resembling a breakout just yet, but I don't know, there's a chance here that we might start to wander sideways. Pardon me. Well, not to go hunting for trades, but here is a late filter entry signal. And if I get the second push on this, I can adjust my entry a little bit. All right. So the filter not changing color, actually going nice and flat, or sorry, the trend line. The filter going out of sync, coming back into sync. That's very important. I may try to take this down here a little bit extra. See if we can get back down to the primary support zone that gave us all that trouble before, around the 78.40, 78.50 zone. I'm a little bit late on the fill. Stop it. So I've just drawn a trend line in there in case it becomes a bull flag. So bull flag, if this were an uptrend, then you get your little pullback and then the market tries to go higher again. Well, I want to see where that may be changing into a bull flag. So here the market has made a teeny tiny little breakout. It looks as though the sellers have stepped up. So that tells me that the sellers are interested, and it's probably a good time to get my trade to break even. Wow. All right, so I got the break even tag. Yeah, there you go, you stinkers. I hate when they do that. Who told them I rolled my stops? Huh? Who was it? Ray with the Econ News says at 12:30 Eastern, Fed Chair Powell speaks. Those types of meetings or news releases, they're kind of the run-of-the-mill type stuff. It's not as likely to drive the market. But hey, who knows? Sometimes the things you think are least likely to affect the market turn out to be the most likely. Yeah, it's starting to look like a sideways trading range, is it not? Yep. Well, if this is a sideways trading range developing, and we're at the bottom end of the trading range, then there's a chance the market's going to try to retest the top end. We'll see what they do here off this primary support zone, whether we can get any kind of giddy up. Well, it's a waiting game. In a way, we effectively have the market pinched. This little bit of a reaction down here tells me that there's active buying on the support zone. You could place a just in case order to sell right below there. Make sure we're below the lows though. All right, here comes a little hard edge bounce now. As buyers and sellers take their turns, tossing the market around. Well, things have gotten pretty quiet here. Okay, looks like they're gonna test the bottom end of the trading range. We have got a number one signal here and a second push opportunity on the number one signal. If you were inclined to try to get in a little bit earlier. This a very significant support zone. All right, let's cozy that up just a little bit. Now, if we break down from here, there is a chance the market may get some momentum to it, may get a little giddy up. Well, they keep shying away. Back to the hard edge. Let's see if we come back with yet another number three signal. I may decide to get a little bit more aggressive. Okay, there's now the number one signal to short. So I'm going to cozy that up a little bit. It's slowly working itself into a bit of a tight spot. Okay, here we go. This is sort of a hard edge bounce. I'm favoring the short side at the moment because that is the trend that brought us here. Still making this a little bit of a pullback. The band flipping just ever so slightly bullish. All right, well, things really slowing down here a little bit. Well, we have a number 2 signal, which technically is a counter trend signal, but in the broader scope of things, it could be a with trend signal. Okay, there's a breakout. There's a little bit of a second push on that number 2 signal. The Bollinger Suite already fairly bearish, and I'll admit I'm taking a bit of a chance here. Well, I guess I better get my stop loss order in. So it looks like my second push was maybe a little bit early, but oh, way to go, Ray. Ray says I made $87 this morning scalping. It was not easy, and I'm in positive profit for the week, so I'll talk to you Monday. Yes, we're going to be closing up shop here shortly. I'm trying to nurse this trade down a little bit, but it does seem as though the market fairly content to be hanging around the 78.50 zone. And all I'm trying to do here is stay with trend. No, they're not going to give this to me either. Stinkers. All right, well, that's the kind of day it has been. The market a little flip-flopping back and forth. All right, we're going to close up the room here. If you're going to hang out a little bit longer, I'm not sure what to tell you. The market seems very, very congested, as you can see. And until it gets outside of this trading range, you're probably asking for it. Anything that you try, so long as the market is within this range, is going to be very difficult trading. All right, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you again on Monday. We'll see you then. Bye for now.